Hello, everyone. This is Elaine Vucombs, teacher realtor. I am here with Daniel Aponte, and he's going to share with you some loan programs for zero down for payment assistance for healthcare professionals, as well as first-time home buyer, as well as investor. And this is a real example of one of my listings, so the numbers are real. So, Daniel, go for it.
Sure. Hi. Hello, everybody. Yes, like Elaine said, this is another video that we're doing for another down payment assistance program. And basically, the way the down payment assistance for this property is that people can get up to 5.5% of the price of the home, and then they can get it on a FHA loan or a conventional loan. The difference from the last one, the previous video that we did, this one has a loan and it's a 15-year fully amortized loan, fully amortization loan. And what does that mean? What does that mean is that the down payment assistance is a loan that is a 15-year loan, and you're making payments to it. So in 15 years, if you make the minimum payments, you will pay off the assistance. Okay. And on this one, the payment for the assistance is not deferred, meaning that you have to make the payments. Okay. And this is a live example for this particular property. On a conventional loan, like I said, I did 3%, but you can get more. And the interest rates, of course, they vary depending on the assistance that you get. If you get more assistance, then the interest rate will change depending on the assistance that you get. Okay. So as of Friday, as of yesterday, the FHA was at 5.75% if you get the 3.5% assistance. If you want to get 4% assistance, this is on an FHA loan. The interest rate goes to 6%. If you want to get 4.5%, you get 6.25% on the interest rate. And if you want to get 5% assistance, the rate can go all the way up to 6.625. Again, the assistance is a second loan against the property, and you're making payments, and it's a 15-year loan payment that you will have. Okay. On a conventional loan, you start at 3% assistance. The interest rate as of yesterday was at 6%. If you want to get 3.5% assistance, the rate goes to 6.25. You want to get 4% assistance, the rate goes to 6.375. And if you want to get 4.5% assistance, it goes up to 6.5% on the interest rate. So this is a really, really good program, Elaine. It's a different way how you can buy a home. I mean, they're amazing programs.
Mhm.
We have done multiple loans with these programs. Elaine, I'm sorry, we have helped a lot of people, with this with the down payment assistance, and depending on what the buyers feel more comfortable, if they want to have a payment and they want to pay off the assistance and get this loan, or if they want to get the other down payment assistance where they have a deferred payment, there's no payment, but then um, whatever they feel more comfortable with, Elaine.
Mhm.
Can I
Well,
ask one question?
Sure.
Yeah, so let's say can you also supplement your own down payment? Let's say you're trying to get rid of the PMI and you only have enough for 15% down payment. Can you do 15% down out of your own money and then get the assistance for the 5% to make
Absolutely.
it
Yeah.
20 so there's no PMI?
Yeah. Yeah. You can put as much down, you can put additional down payment on conventional loans or FHA. On an FHA loan, you're not going to be able to get rid of the mortgage insurance, but on a conventional, yes. Yes, you can. The answer is
Mm,
yes.
okay.
so basically, based on these numbers, on a real sales price of 569,900, um, working out with the real numbers, the down payment assistance on this side for 28,000, that is 5% down on the left, right?
Yes, we
And
did.
then,
We did it as a 5% down. Yes, we can
okay.
do also a 3% down payment.
So over
But
here on the right is 3.5. So then the monthly payment is on the left and the right is basically is 4,553 per month, right?
correct.
And then
Yes,
on the right is 4,469. I mean 4,468 per month.
exactly. Yes,
I see. So that's actually pretty close to renting. I mean, people are already renting 3,000-ish already. I mean, and not even owning a home, throwing all that money away. And
absolutely,
here it's like a little bit more, 4,000-ish, and you actually own a home, you will gain equity. So,
absolutely.
some home actually are renting at 4,000 even, for especially a bigger home,
Yeah,
so, and this is a 5 bedroom. This one is a 5 bedroom, 4 bath, and with 1 bedroom, 1 bath downstairs. So it's a very big home and spacious home that people can easily live, and then also have, someone can stay downstairs and as well. So it's a very good home to be able to, is a first time home buyer. Yeah.
yeah. Not only that, but people. A lot of times, people think that they need a lot of money, to buy a house,
Mm-hmm.
and the down payment assistance programs help them with that money. In addition to perhaps any seller concessions, any help from the seller, right? That if they allow to, or they're willing to pay some closing costs, the buyers can come in with a
Mm-hmm.
very very small dollar amount, and they can become homeowners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was one. This is for a down payment of 5 and a 3.5%, right?
Right.
So,
FHA 3.5 and 5% conventional. We
okay,
can also do a 3% down payment conventional loan too. So
okay. So we do switch over to investor then?
sure.
Okay, let's do the investor. This is for the investor. Okay.
Yep. And this one is, again, if you are an investor, you're thinking about investing in real estate, you can purchase this property with either 25% down payment or 30% down payment. And those numbers are accurate as far as the interest rates and the payments. We calculated exactly what the property taxes are. And we did an estimate on the insurance. Of course, we don't know once the buyers order the homeowner's insurance, but we did a very close estimate on the insurance for the house. So if you put a 25% down payment, you're looking at approximately a 6.375% interest rate, and 6% on a 30%. Of course, we use FICO score of 740 or higher for a FICO score or credit scores. But those are the payments. It also shows the total dollar amount required to purchase this property. It's about $158,600 and $186,000 for the 30% down. Elaine.
Yeah, and this house can rent easily on the low side is 3,200 per month
Okay.
and up to 3,500 per month. So, definitely they can easily break even or even making some money depending on how much down payment they do. So
Yep.
that will be something for investors to check it out. And then Daniel, you mentioned about the program for healthcare professional that they can put zero down.
Yeah, we have a program where buyers can, if they're in the medical field, right? Doctors, dentists, um, they can apply for 100% financing, Elaine, and they can purchase this same property with 100% financing. Um, and there's no mortgage insurance payment on that one, on that program.
Nice.
And the interest rate is a little bit higher because they have to, um, I guess, subsidize the private mortgage insurance, the PMI. But these are great, great, great programs too. As long as they meet all the qualifications, it's a conventional loan, and they can purchase your listing, or they can purchase another property from you, Elaine, that they can go all the way up to $2.5 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So they have to be a homeowner occupant. right?
Yes, it's owner-occupied properties. Yes,
Now,
owner-occupied loan
do
type of
they have
property,
to be
right?
a first-time home buyer or as long as the homeowner
Nope,
occupant?
they don't have to be first-time home buyers.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
it could be a second home as long as they live there.
Well, it could be an owner-occupied, but it doesn't have to be their first property, correct?
Correct. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other question, if let's say if they are on the loan with their children, or other family members, can they be like a co-signer for like family member even though they don't live there? I mean, but their children or their family member live there?
Um, um, you mean if they're gonna be buying a home for a family member?
Um, for I guess it can't, huh? Because they have to be a homeowner occupant
They have
themselves.
to occupy the property as their primary residence. Yes.
Yeah.
So the buyers have to occupy the property, correct?
Okay. Got it. So, but
And
if they can,
as
oh,
far
go
as
ahead.
healthcare providers, are we talking also um, like nurses, acupuncturists, chiropractors, physical therapists, or is it just a physician or practitioner? Is there any
That one is
specifics
for
on
the
that?
physicians, but the one that we were talking about, the down payment assistant, is called the Golden State, the
Hmm.
GSFA, the Golden State Finance Authority.
Hmm.
That one, we also have programs where they can, I mean, you can be a teacher, you can be, in the medical field that you can get this down payment assistance.
Okay.
Yeah. They're very, very good programs, excellent programs. It's called the Platinum Select. That's what it's
Uh-huh.
called. Yeah.
And
And
then I know you said that there's no PMI, but there's a little bit of a higher interest rate. How long does that last for? Let's say interest rates drop a lot in the next 2 years. Can you refinance it in that in
you
two
can
years,
you
or are
can
you locked in
refinance.
for?
Yeah, you can refinance that one. That was the other one. This one, yeah, that on the 100% financing. But if you want
Mhm.
to get the down payment assistance, on that one, there is a down payment, but you can get the assistance. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And the occupations on the down payment assistance, they can be peace officers, sheriffs, border patrol agents, you can be a fighter, emergency medical technicians, EMTs.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you can be in the medical and healthcare workers. Like you can be a California State Teacher Retirement System, any member of that. So they're very, very, very good programs.
Oh, it
Excellent
sounds
programs
like
for
it's
first-time home
almost for
buyers.
everyone, it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. You don't have to be necessarily a teacher to apply for this type of programs. You can be a member of the CalSTARS. Yeah.
Oh, so, but from what I hear, this is the you're talking this is about the 5% down, 3.5% down, or the
Well,
20% down.
no, this is the down payment assistance. Yeah, this is not the 100% financing one loan with no MI. This is the down payment assistance.
Okay, so down
Yeah,
payment assistant, the 3.5 or the 5% down, right?
correct,
So that's
correct.
pretty much open to all. It's pretty much
Yes,
open to
yes,
everyone. Mhm.
exactly. Yes.
And their
And then
FICO score.
you can get more assistance, right?
Mhm.
So I just put 3%. I put the lowest because that gives you the lowest interest rate. But any potential buyer can apply for a higher assistance, depending on which one they want.
So what's the highest assistance that they can?
On a conventional loan, we can go all the way up to 4.5%. Plus, if they qualify for a 0.5% forgivable gift, or we can go 5% on an FHA loan plus the 0.5% a gift or forgivable loan. I'm sorry, I said gift, forgivable loan. Yes. So
Oh,
up
can
to
you can
five
you
and a half percent or 4.5%. I'm sorry, 5% on a conventional or 5.5% on an FHA loan.
can you explain about the forgivable loan? What is
Yeah,
that
if they
loan?
meet the requirements for the type of work that they do, they may be able to qualify for that 0.5%. It's a 0.5% that is just you know after they purchase the home is it is a gift to them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's still kind of nice.
yeah. It's not too bad.
So,
Yeah,
for example, this property, a 0.5% of it's like a 569,900.
Mm-hmm.
times by 0.005, right?
Right.
So it's like $2,849.50 that they will
Exactly. Yeah,
pretty much get that
2849.
as a gift, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
And how long do they have to live there?
There's no, on this particular down payment assistance, there's no time required for them to live in the property. So, you can buy it, live in it, I don't know,
Got
two
it.
years and you have a change of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not, they're not making you live for
Mm-hmm.
the life of the loan.
I see. So
Yeah.
that's cool. Pretty
Yeah.
much that really you know makes
They're
it
great programs,
affordable
Elaine. Yeah.
for anyone to purchase a home.
Absolutely. And you know what we do, Elaine, and you and I, been working together, So we always present all the options to our clients and we put them side by side and we let them decide which one is the best one for them,
Mm-hmm.
because ultimately is what is best for them.
Right.
We put
So,
the this one, the one that has the down payment assistance with the payment, and then we also do the other one, the Cal HFA or Cal HAFA, and that one does not have a payment for the assistance, and we let them decide which one is the best one for them.
I see. So literally the money down. So this flyer is this updated? The one that you just sent me right now is this one is updated pretty much as of yesterday, just right now,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
So the total from this 5% down payment assistant is 28,495, and then the other
Hmm.
one's 3.5 is 19,947. And
Correct.
so the closing costs on both sides, the prepayments, and pretty much this is the
Yeah.
amount paid by the second loan. So the
Hmm.
second loan for this side is 17,000, and this side is 19,000.
Right.
So
And
basically,
also, this one does not include any assistance from the seller, any seller
mhm,
concessions.
right.
Right.
So if the
So,
seller paid additional, then that
right.
would actually lower the
That
amount.
that that is correct. Right. So if
So,
the seller, buyers and sellers, they negotiate some type of seller concessions for closing costs,
mhm,
that gets deducted from the total cash required to purchase this home.
mhm.
Yes.
So
So
literally,
technically,
yeah.
yeah. So for example, you know, uh, the total approximately cash required on an FHA loan is 21,000. Let's say, for instance, you negotiate I don't know, a $10,000 credit from the seller. The buyer can buy your listing for, a little bit over $11,000. Or
Mm,
if you negotiate a $15,000 credit, right, the buyer can buy the home with about, like 6,000, a little bit over $6,000 total money out of pocket.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then the other flyer has a VA loan, right? This one has a
correct.
VA. So we can just go real brief for
Yeah,
the
the
VA
VA is the
buyer.
VA, right? It's a
So
0% down
this one
payment
is
as long
zero.
as,
So let's check for the
yes,
VA real quick. So this
yeah,
one is in the middle is a VA buyer right here.
right.
Okay. So basically the VA is pretty much zero.
Yeah, there's no down payment on a VA loan.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
And
only bringing in like the only total required is
just closing costs. Yeah,
11,503, and that could be negotiated with the seller to help for paying that amount, and they pretty much zero down.
they can buy the home with either no money or very little money out of
Right.
pocket. That is correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
So that is a good one for VA buyer as well.
correct.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great programs for first-time home buyer, for VA buyer, and even as well as investors. Especially investors who are looking to move back to California. Their rent will be pretty much enough to cover for their monthly payment.
Absolutely.
So it is a good. This is a property that is good for first-time home buyer, VA buyer, and or investors.
That
So
is correct.
yeah.
And can I
Okay.
go back to the healthcare professional ones one more time for the 100% financing? A lot of newer doctors have high student loan debts. Is there anything that can offset that debt to income ratio type of situation
Well,
or?
yeah, well, if you have, if you have on any loan, FHA or conventional or VA loan, if you have any type of student loan debt, we use whatever payment shows in the credit report. or if the student loan debt is deferred, meaning you don't have a payment, right? You haven't made a single payment yet. We use 0.5% of the balance of the loan.
Okay.
So, for example, you wanna use your example? You wanna give me an example of your a student loan debt? Like, what do you think? 50,000, 80,000, 20,000? What do you think?
For doctors, probably close to like the $80,000 range.
Okay. So if you have an $80,000 loan, 1% of 80,000 is $800 a month, and
Mhm.
0.5% of that is $400. So we will be using, if there's no payment in the credit report, we'll be using a $400 payment.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's for any loan, right? So there's another way. If let's say for instance you have an $80,000 loan, student loan debt, and if you don't have a payment, then we use the $400. But if you reach out to your student loan company, and for what if you can get a letter on what the payment is going to be and when it's going to start, and if it's less than $400, then we can use the lower payments.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that really, anything else you wanted to share with us? Interesting loan, or we pretty
No, I
much
think
covered it.
and Elaine, you and I talk to many buyers, right? And we tell our clients that the sooner they buy a home, the better, right?
Mhm.
Because
Yep,
you
you're
know,
starting to
um,
build your own equity rather than.
absolutely, the younger you
Mhm.
start, Elaine, you and I have done loans for buyers in the early 20s and the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. But I mean, I always tell we always tell all of our clients that the sooner you buy a home, the better, because that's how you build equity. That's how you build, right?
Yep.
That wealth over time. I mean, think
Mhm.
about it. If you bought a home 10 years ago, not only you pay for, a lot less money than what they're worth right now, but imagine all that equity that you built, by paying down your mortgage. Not only that, anyone can also apply additional money to reduce their balance on their mortgage, and build equity even faster. So,
Mhm.
we tell our clients that the sooner they buy a home, and using the examples that we provided on this video and the previous video,
Mhm.
that you don't need a lot of money, right, Elaine? I mean, think
Right?
about it. You don't need
Not
that
not a
much
whole
money to buy
lot.
a home
Mhm.
anymore, right?
Mhm.
And on this program, on this one that we talk about today, the down payment assistance, you don't even have to be a first-time home buyer. So
Mm.
you can had a home, if let's say for instance you had a home and you sold it, I don't know, 5 months ago or 3 months ago. This one you do not need to be a first-time home buyer. As long as you don't have a home right now, you can apply for it. Yeah.
That's very nice. So
Yeah.
you literally can rent your other home, and then if you're moving job or something, so you can totally do this then. Like if you, you
As
know,
long as you qualify for the loan, yeah, we have to use
Mhm.
the all the qualification guidelines, but you do not have to be a first-time home buyer.
Mm,
Yes, for this program,
mhm.
and get a down payment assistance. Isn't that amazing?
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. That is pretty cool. Well, thank you so much, Daniel,
No,
for,
thank you, thank you.
answering the questions. And I think this is going to help a lot of people, and hopefully encourage them to purchase a home. And especially if they have multiple incomes in the family, they can easily purchase this and, start with one first, and then later on they can branch out to another and then another, and eventually they all will get one, you know?
I was
So
going to share something. The last thing on this particular down payment assistance, the minimum FICO score required is 620.
620.
Yes, for an FHA loan, right?
That's not bad at all.
Not at all. That's the
Hmm.
minimum. Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Daniel.
Thank you
Thank you
guys. Good
for
luck,
having.
and
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.